Just be able to pick locks from around the world. These are two Marc locks all the way from Portugal. These are two standard pin tumblers. Got the Marc E1000, which is the 4-pin, and Marc E100, which is a 5-pin, both with quite interesting bittings. So this one is relatively standard. It's got a very low pin number 4, but otherwise quite flat bitting. And then you got a slightly more extreme bitting on this 5-pin lock here, which yeah, isn't too bad. Lots of ups and downs. Okay, so there's those two locks, but there are other locks. I'm just going to split this video into two because picking and gutting 4 locks is just a little bit much for one video. So we've got the dimple lock versions. We've got an E500 and an E5000. So both of these seem to be 6-pinners. And who knows what's on the inside. Definitely different keyway. So okay, so yes, let's have a go at picking. Probably let's start with the 4-pinner. Let's grab that one, stick it in a vise, and have a go. What we'll do is we'll probably gut these at the end. So we'll pick them first, make sure it's in tight. Yeah, there we go. And have a go at raking them first, and then soon picking them. So this is the there you go, the Abona. Come on, can you focus? Can you focus? Please focus. It says designed by Lock Noob. Ah, close enough anyway. Right, okay, so in like this, and we'll give this a rake, and we are already open. Wow, look at that. That's pretty fast. Let's try and SPP it. I've got just a little short hook here, and we'll pop that in and just see what we can do. So pin 3, little click, 2, little click, nothing on 1, nothing on 4, 1's now binding. Come on. 3's binding. Ah, there we go, and we've got an open. All felt like standard pins. Click, 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 just very standard. Odd little lock, that one. So that was the Marc E1000, and I'll just pop this over here. Ah, there you go. We'll gut that in a minute. Okay, so next is this Marc E100, and this is the 5-pinner. So should be a bit better. Don't know if they've got spools in. We'll find out. Let's see if we can rake this one first. Let's mix it up. We'll use a bow guitar. Bottom of the keyway tension again, and we'll keep the tension light. And there we go, got the open. Take that out. So yeah, again, that opened pretty quickly. Let's try and SPP this. So yeah, the bitting's not bad. So I would have expected, yeah, just maybe that to take a little bit longer. Okay, so let's try bottom keyway tension again, short hook to begin with. 5, 4, 3, 2, but I can't reach it, I think. 2, oh! 5, 4, 3, 2. So 1, yeah, the 1 was definitely a 0 lift there. Forgive my fingers, I've been making stuff and they're just all cut up. So yeah, that was a pretty easy one as well. Okay, well, let's gut these. They all felt like standard pins again. So let's grab a couple of things to gut these locks with. Which one should we start with? Let's start with the Marc E100 and see if we can get into this quickly. Follower, follower, follower. There we go. Where's the key? This is super quick because we've got 2 to do, so that should work. Put that in, slide it out. Quick, quick, quick. All these will be standard pins, I bet, anyway. Brass standard pins here, all 5 of them. Nothing interesting about the core, at least it's not skeletonized. And then let's try this. And again, I imagine that these are all standard pins. Oh, well, I am so wrong. Oh, okay. This is, oh, okay. This is interesting. This does have spools in, but I'm trying to get them exactly as they were found. They're all little steel springs in there. I'll leave them where they are. And just turn they're all right. Okay, so this is interesting. This should have been harder than it was, like a lot harder. So some of these spool pins were this way up and some were this way up. So they picked like standard pins in position 5 and 4, but 3 is a spool. It's not a bad spool. You see that about half the height of the pin is a standard pin or a spool pin, so they can be inverted, but only 2 of them, 1 and 3, were essentially spools, and 1 was a 0 lift, so only 3, and I didn't really feel it. I just didn't feel that at all. That's very strange. There are bevels on the pins as well, so again, if it had better tolerances, this lock, then I imagine that would have acted like one of those Tessa T60s where you have to pick it over and over again because of the bevels. It's not rounded off, so yeah, I don't know why none of those security features seem to kick in, but well, there you go. So that's the Marc E100. Let's move these pins up and have a look at the E1000. This has got to be all standard pins, right? I mean, maybe, I don't know, hard to say. Let's put that over here and that over here. There you go. Let's quickly gut this if I can. Try not to let that ping anywhere. Okay, and again, where's the key? Grab the key, throw that in. That should be all fine. Let's push this out. There we go, and we'll do a very quick cut of this as well. So yeah, this has got to be all standard pins, right? There's no way that, again, nothing exciting to say about that, because there's no way there's spools in this one. Standard, yeah, as I thought, standard. Bevel key pins though, and that's anything down there. Yes, little steel springs in there as well. Okay, let's bring that up to the camera. And yeah, this one was a again, look at these bevels on the tips. They're usually quite good for overset traps, but this clearly wasn't the case. Yeah, okay, so there you go. So that was the Marc E100 and the E1000. The E100 5-pin did have spools in. I just dumped a load of springs out. I'll get those later. But yeah, other than that, not very hard to pick. Alright, thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you have a comment, leave one below. Read them all, reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Really helps me out, and I'll see you all next time.